Hola clase, espero que estén bien. En este video vamos a hablar sobre algunas cosas importantes para estas siguientes semanas. Okay, so let's go first to our course outline that is under the syllabus page in Blackboard. And if you head all the way down to the last 3 weeks, you'll see what we have to complete. We have some of our regular things like tareas and Learn Smarts. Remember the final draft we are not doing because I told you guys that we weren't going to be having to complete that, the second writing. But the other projects that we have to complete, like the final project, the comments for the final project, and the individual meeting via Zoom, those are all new things, things we haven't done before. So let's head over to course content and you'll see the descriptions of those activities if you got to scroll all the way down here to the bottom. So the first thing I want to talk about is the oral exam and what that is going to look like. So it's going to take place between Monday, December 7th and Saturday, December 12th, and it will be via Zoom. You make an appointment with me by going here to Calendly. Okay, let's go back this way. Okay, and this tells you the days and the times that I'm available on each of these days. And notice it's only 10 minutes. It shouldn't be that long. You should be receiving an email when you sign up, and that will give you the Zoom link. So we're going to be meeting the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And if you see, I have morning, I have afternoon, I have some evening appointments. So they're kind of all over the place just to kind of see what works for you. Remember that this, though, is in Central Time because that is the time that the university is in, San Antonio time. So if you are somewhere else in a different time zone, just make sure that you take that into account. Okay, so in that meeting, we are going to be working on what you guys did for quiz 3, okay, with your partner. Okay, so let's look at this one here. And then this one is basically talking about health, your well-being, what are some different things you do. So I might ask you, ¿comes comidas sanas en general? ¿Comes muchos dulces? And then you'll respond in a complete sentence in Spanish. So if I ask you the first question, ¿comes comidas sanas en general? Then you can say, sí, como comidas sanas en general, or no, no como comidas sanas. So just basically responding to this prompt. That's what we will do for the first few minutes. Then the second half, we're going to be having more of an informal conversation. So I might ask you things like, what's your name? ¿Cómo te llamas? How old are you? ¿Cuántos años tienes? How are you feeling? ¿Cómo estás? Where do you live? ¿Dónde vives? Where are you from? ¿De dónde eres? What do you study? ¿Qué estudias? Right? And I'll ask you all these things in Spanish, and you should be able to ask in Spanish, right? So if I ask you, what is your name? Oh, me llamo Stephanie, right? How old are you? Oh, tengo 15 años, or however old you might be, okay? So be prepared to discuss those things when we have our meeting. This should only take a few minutes. It won't take that long at all. And then we can spend the rest of the meeting discussing any questions you might have or your grades. All of your grades should be in except for the comments maybe, but everything else should already be graded by the time that you turn this in, so that this will be like your last grade. Okay, so if you have any questions for me after that, let me know. We also have our final project and the comments for the final project. So we're going to be using VoiceThread again. This is what we used in the beginning of the semester when you guys did the intro videos. You're going to orally reflect on the relationship that you have with Spanish and also Hispanic culture in San Antonio or just South Texas. And this should be about 2 to 4 minutes in length. You can use English, Spanish, or a combination of the two. You should be also including in there what role that you want Spanish to play in your life in the future. So this video is due on December 2nd, which is the last day of classes, Wednesday. And then on Monday, December 7th, by midnight is when you have to make sure that you get those 2 oral comments in. So you should comment on 2 classmates' videos. The comments should be oral. They can be in English or in Spanish, but they should be more than like nice job or good job. I want you to comment on something specific about the reflection or the response of your not your partner, of the person whose video that you are commenting on. Okay, so this gives you about 5 days after the project is due to complete the oral comments. Okay, so remember this is done in VoiceThread, and VoiceThread is up here at the top under our course content page. And when you click on it, you should still see some of the old previous VoiceThreads that we had from the beginning of the semester when we did our intro videos. So you'll go to add your own, create new VoiceThread, add media, webcam video, and then it will go to record from there. You'll discuss your final project. You will stop recording. Then you're going to add a title, save it, and then share it with the class. Make sure you share it with the class, because if you don't, then we can't see it. And if we can't see it, then obviously I can't grade it. I will be uploading a separate PDF sheet that shows you how to, like, what are the steps that you have to take to make sure you're submitting and sharing. So just review that. And if you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. Hasta luego.